All right, happy Sunday morning, at least for me. I don't know when you'll see this, maybe Monday. But I'm back in the garage. I took Saturday off. This is where we got to, and then I started working on this cabinet. The whole array has to come out in order to be able to fit wiring and stuff behind it. So what I'm gonna work on today is, I don't know if I'll be able to get it out and off the wall, but I'm gonna start sorting through all this crap. All the stuff that I have, figure out what I'm going to be selling, what I'm going to be tossing, and what I need to do to get this organized. Start thinking about where I'm going to do tool grid, where I'll need to do some maybe Kaizen foam in order to get my array dialed in. I'm also probably going to do this first. I'm also going to work on the lift, getting this secured. And I'll probably also work on the treadwear and getting that set up as well today. So we'll see how it goes. Probably most of the day will be on organization and getting rid of stuff. I want to clean up and clean out, but I'm going to work on the lift right now. All right, so I'm going to pull out my old B&K AVR 307. We're not going to use this. I just ordered speakers. So I'm going to be doing a pair of LYD 48s from Dyne Audio. So one's going to go here. The other one is going to go here. They're self-powered, and I got a Kali Digital Bluetooth device, and so they'll be connected via Bluetooth, and then I'll also have Bluetooth out to the subwoofer. The subwoofer is likely going to go right here. We'll see how that fits and what that looks like. I don't know if that's going to look good, but it's really the only spot I can do it because there's no room over there. There's no room over there. So I really don't have much of a choice if I'm going to even do a subwoofer. It's going to be right there. But the LYD 48s are a pro audio solution that I love, Dyne Audio. So one's going to go above that cabinet and the other one right above that cabinet. So I've got to get it set up for power as well as run XLR cables. So I ordered all that stuff. I'll probably be here in about a week or so. And so I won't need this AVR 307. I'm glad because I need it at my house. My Yamaha is kind of finally crapping out. So this will work great with my Dyne Audio Excite speakers that I have at the house. It'll make them sound amazing. So that's going to be cool. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got 3/4 by 5.5. This is the shortest anchors they have. So I'm probably going to have to cut the top off. And I've got a 3/4 inch Bosch bit. So I'm going to tape it back 3 3/4, so because the concrete slab is only 4 inches, so I'm gonna go 3 3/4. So set the depths, put some tape on it, got my hammer drill set up, and so we'll see how these go, but I'll probably end up cutting them off. All right, so we're good. I thought maybe I was gonna have to order some shorter ones, but that'll work out okay, and I'll just cut the tops of that off so it doesn't interfere with the lift coming down or anybody tripping on it. That's what I did on the other side too. So that insertion depth was good, and we were able to get it to grab. So using 28, I was able to really torque it down, so that'll work out well. A little bit lower. The only thing I was worried about was being able to get the ball of the anchor through that metal hole, and it worked out. I wasn't sure if I was going to need to do 5/8 holes, but I don't think. Again, scissor lift is very different than a 2-post lift, where there shouldn't be any pulling inward or outward of the anchors. So these anchors are really mainly just to keep it in position than anything. Keep it from sliding, especially on the slippery epoxy. So I'm not too worried about that. Lateral movement or forces pulling inward or outward. So we should be good. And one thing that Kyle talked about, which may not be a bad idea, we should do some plasti dip. Although I don't think anything's going to stick to that darn epoxy. That's the problem. So I got some speckle sparkle underneath my lift when it's up. And you can see it on the side there as well. You can also kind of see it through the tiles to some extent. But whatever, we'll just keep it clean. Alright, so let's hammer this in. So I've been talking about, you'll see in the description of this video, of comments on YouTube. I still read the comments. I'm just not going to follow up on them as religiously as possible. So, but somebody was commenting, you need to put the nut on, you know, when we hammered the little ones in here, these little guys, but I just didn't find that necessary. But yeah, normally, you know, especially on this big nut or this big bolt, we're going to be better off putting the nut on. That way I don't mess up the threads if I should hit it wrong. So what I was afraid of was this ball here and the sleeve not fitting through the metal here. But luckily at least it did on this one. So I think we're okay. Apparently I didn't put it on that straight. Just a little wonky. So now I'll just tighten this down. I'm going to repeat this procedure and then I'll come back and show you. I'm going to just lop this off. Just cut it off of the cutoff wheel. Okay, I'm going to give the drill a rest and my back a rest. But that only took me maybe 15 minutes to put these 4 in. And so the drill's super hot doing that, you know, 3/4 inch. It's a pretty small little hammer drill for doing a 3/4 inch drilling. But that was pretty simple. So now I'm just gonna lop these off here. Probably 3 or 4 threads up so they don't get in the way. You don't trip on them. I don't know. And there's kind of some room there. Yeah, I just don't like them sticking up that high. So I'll cut them off like I did on the other side. Got my little Milwaukee cut-off wheel or angle grinder or whatever you call this thing. Straight grinder. And so I bought some metal cut-off wheels. You can use these too, but I find it would blow through those. So hopefully this one holds up a little better. Alright, so I actually have some safety glasses. You'll be proud of me. And then when my dad bought us a couple sets of those, and then I put the guard back on, make it a little safer. The guard gives me a nice height too to work with. Too low. I gotta get some earplugs to cut the rest of these. I'll bring those tomorrow. I'm not cutting any more off today. Man, I've just been in here kind of tweaking, kind of getting this wiring here set up in the cabinet, pulling the stuff out. I have to slow my life down because this is, I know this sounds weird, but moving, like doing something like this when I have nothing else pressing. I have no other things that I'm worried about. I really enjoy grabbing the camera and doing this and sharing the process. Is like heaven for me. So I've got to protect this at all costs. And wait till you see how much crap I'm about to throw away. Which some of the stuff sometimes is kind of, even for me, is kind of hard to do. Hard to throw things away, but I'm going to do it anyway. Throw things away that I don't need, that I haven't used. Implement the 2-month rule. Now some tools that I know that I'll use, I'll keep, but a lot of these things are going to get tossed. So anyway, just something to consider in life. is to keep organized and stay with what makes you happy. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I made some huge progress. So I got the cabinets completely in. All I gotta do is put the toe kicks on. But we had to, basically what it is, I lifted this up. We put this was my dad's idea, put the Swisstrax upside down on it, on the foot, so lift it up, jammed it under there on the corners, and we're good to go. So I had to move it off the wall a little bit, so I've got my power cord ready for Dyne Audio 1. Dyne Audio 2 is going to come out the top here, so we're going to connect it. We'll plug it in right there since it's so close. Same thing with the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth will also plug in there. So I ordered a new Cali Digital Bluetooth device. So the Bluetooth device is going to sit up top here, but yeah, we're looking good. We're about 2.5 inches off this back wall, which gives me room to fit all the crap behind here that I needed to. And then my subwoofer is going to go right there. It won't look as out of place because the pallet racking is going to come out 3 feet off this wall right about there. So yeah, look at that. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to drill my other 4 holes here, and then I got to put something in my ears because it's just too darn loud. All right, making serious progress. I'm going to go turn that darn dehumidifier off. It's driving me crazy. Actually, come to think of it, I'm just going to hit the breaker for it, so I don't have to hear that dumb thing. Mini split, mini split. It's 2729. Dehumidifier. There we go. We're gonna have to turn that thing and add a duct to it because it's driving me nuts. All right, so I'm gonna put the toe kicks in. So the subwoofer won't look as out of place when we get the racking next to it. So if I'm lucky, it'll fit. I'll be able to tuck it in this corner right here between the racking, but we'll see. Right here, even though this looks a little weird right here, it's gonna look good when it's all said and done. And I don't know if I'll keep this sub or I'll get something else, but I'll be able to run the wiring right underneath the cabinet back there. So I'll do that in a minute. So I'm gonna put all the toe kicks on. So we'll put those all in place. The wiring's pretty clean here. That looks good. You can see the power cord, but I'll probably tie that up and make it look straight. Looks good. I got a random thing of oil. The air compressor is going to go right here, and so I put this will be all my washing stuff, microfiber towels, and the pressure washing system is going to go right there. So that's what I'm working on right now. All right, so it appears I'm not making any progress, but I promise you I am. Moving stuff around, throwing it out. I'm creating a pile of sell for cheap, a big pile of stuff. So yeah, I'm working on how this is going to be organized and set up. It's part of my life skill set, keeping this stuff under control. It might not look like it, but I got quite a bit done here today. Feels like it was 2 days ago I started this, but today we got the cabinets all perfectly positioned, so they're positioned the way they should be. I've got this upper wired up here. I pulled out the BK receiver. I'll take that home. Kind of cleaned this up here. Got all the wiring done. Cleaned up all my audio stuff. Cleared off some of the stuff on the bottom shelf, so those are ready and clean. We finished the subwoofer, so the subwoofer's connected and ready for when the Dyne Audio stuff gets here. I wired up the top there, at least got the power cords ready to go. Moved the Milwaukee fuel stuff over to here. I just took this off the counter, so that stuff isn't staying there. I'll be doing an oil change on the GT3 here in the next week or two, so that'll all be going. And kind of clean this area up here. I created in this cabinet, this is a testing area. Those are products that I need to test. So I suspect this cabinet will fill up with that kind of stuff. We have interior, exterior, and polishing stuff. So exterior stuff, and then polishing, or polishes I should say. So that's all there. I've got some work to do on the drawers, so I'm going to work on these tomorrow and the next day, working on some tool grid stuff. but I did clean out some of the drawers, cleaned out some of the stuff to get it ready to go. I also moved a lot of the longer term oil and tool kits and things like that down to here, down to this drawer. So I'm sure I'll move it around a few more times. I haven't really touched any of these, so I do need to clean this out a bit, sanding. I haven't touched these drawers yet, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I might move some of that hardware up to here, make this zip ties and fasteners possibly. I'm not really too certain. This is such a great like centralized cabinet, so I don't know. I'll probably reposition things there. I figured out I'll have quite a few things for sale up on Instagram soon, but there was some of the purple tape that I was testing. So, but I cleaned out this. This was full of polishes and things. Threw out a bunch of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up to priority. All the parts that need to get put on, Kyle stuff. So we'll probably do that here very shortly. Tool grid for Sonic, and then we'll put the tile cutter upstairs. And I'll start to figure out what's more on my desk and things like that. I got all of the anchors in. I'll cut those off tomorrow. So we'll cut those off and the lift will be done other than air, because we'll be, I'll probably order the air compressor later this week, or maybe tomorrow, so that way it has some time to get here. I'll also be working on this week on the final for the treadwear on the doors, so we'll get that done. Kalos is going to be coming. This little section is blocked off by the ducting of the bigger section, so we're going to try to fix that. Oh, my dad brought over the Hex from Leo's Hex, so we'll bring that. I also kind of cleaned this up, the water cooler, so I cleaned that up and got that ready to go. So a lot of work this week. I think I'll probably have this outside of the air compressor. I'll have this place up and running and organized and feeling really good. So I can't put the lift down until I cut those off and I get some air. Let's see what else. Oh, I moved this cabinet into position and I'll have to reorganize this. But I'm going to do car washing stuff on the top shelf, and car washing and probably a few lighting things, and then we'll start to prepare to move the pressure washer as well. I haven't done anything in here yet, so all week we have nothing planned, nothing scheduled. We'll be shooting videos of the little projects I'm working on, get this cleaned out, get this cleaned up in here for the media guys. Probably do some sort of, it might make sense to do some shelves on this wall. I don't know, we're gonna dial this in for those guys as well. And then the exterior, the really cool thing about the exterior now, I gotta take this thing home, store that for the owner of the building till I buy it. But check all this out back here. So this is great in that I can come and park here. So yeah, makes a nice little setup. This might be a decent wash area back here. I don't know, we'll see. But the parking lot's all clean. We have more parking. The gym is out of here. Of course, Bryce did all the lighting, so the lighting is set up. And then on this side, I've started to clear the stuff off the shelves because all the shelving's coming down. And then I'll be selling a bunch of polishers and just kind of whittling it down to the ones that I use. So I'm going to be taking the polishing rack off. I'll also be selling the Haltech tire inflator. These pole jacks are probably going to go in that little corner I talked about earlier. Bring the bucket package over, take these shelves down, sell those, clean up how we do our soap and soap bottling. And then we're really going to lay this out tomorrow and figure out what is our shelving going to look like. What are we going to order and get that order from DC Graves. And this will probably be a 2 week from now project where we pull out all the air lines and get those over next door. It's looking good, and I'll be sure to share with you on both Inside the Hex and the regular vlog what I'm doing over here. We're going to change our packaging area. I'll probably pull the master plan down, and yeah, I'm feeling good about getting this back to OG spec that's gonna be good. Anyway, thanks for watching today. I know doesn't seem like much, but I think I was here for 8 or 9 hours just working on stuff. But HQ's coming together. HQ, we'll call this HQ 2.1. 3.0 would be some massive building somewhere else, but I'm working on it, and we'll see how long it lasts before all this packaging and shipping stuff gets stuck here, or it gets pushed from here into the other side. See how long it can last. But hey, if you get another year out of it, that's good. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy.